Good morning. We're having a sort of slow, relaxed Saturday over here. We finally got our garden set up and we also planted an orchard this year. So I'm going to give you guys a tour of that in a minute. But first I got in a package from Brooklinen. They are the sponsor of this video and I'm so excited to share what I ordered with you. Brooklinen is a luxury sheets and home goods company that offers amazing products at an affordable price, making it really easy for you to invest in your sheets because, fun fact, you spend a third of your life in your sheets. So worth the investment. This time I ordered some things from their linen collection. I love sleeping in linens, especially in the spring and summer. And I also love how linen just gets softer with every wash and just feels so nice and cozy, but also not too hot when it's hot outside. Brooklinen also always comes out with a ton of seasonal colors. You can't really tell now because they're in these bags, but let me unbox everything and I'll show you what I've got. I ordered Brooklinen's hardcore linen bundle, which comes with a full sheet set, 2 extra pillowcases, and a duvet cover, and it's made from 100% European linen. For my duvet cover, I decided to go with this gorgeous, I think it's boysenberry cover. It's this really pretty purple. I already love how this linen feels. When you order a bundle, you save 20%, which is great, but you don't have to get all of the same color. So I sort of did a little mixing and matching. I got an extra set of larger pillowcases in this cream color because I have some other linen that's already in this color and I wanted these to be a little bit more versatile. Then I got a really fun pattern for my sheets. It's one of their seasonal patterns called Chromatic Window Pane. It's this really pretty colored plaid, and I got this because it has a little bit of purple in. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting, but it has like more muted colors, which is more my vibe, but the purple matches purple this really well, so I thought that was fun to coordinate. But you could also just pair this with a white sheet set. I'm also obsessed with gingham, and I feel like this is sort of a take. It's definitely more of like a plaid, but it reminds me of gingham, and I love the sort of like vintage color scheme. Linen just has that perfect, like breathable, perfectly imperfect texture to it too, which I think really plays well with this pattern. I got that in the sheet set, which is the flat sheet, the fitted sheet, and then I did get 2 pillowcases in the fun pattern too. This is my full Brooklinen haul. I'm going to give these a good wash and then I'll make the bed and show you how it all looks. But whether you want to add more color into your life or maybe just get a nice solid pair of high quality white sheets, definitely check out Brooklinen. They have so many different options on their website for every single bed size, and it's a great way to make your sheets custom to how you want your home to look. Brooklinen is also offering a special discount to all of my viewers. All you have to do is click the link in the description of this video and you'll get 15% off of your first order. And if you pair that with one of these bundle packages, you can save even more, which is what I would personally recommend. Okay, I'm gonna go put these in my washing machine and then I'll give you a tour of the garden. I love how every year we just put in a little bit more effort into our garden and it's slowly getting to the place where we want it to be. Last year we laid down a bunch of cardboard and mulch to sort of have no grass in the garden area, and this year our biggest concerns were deer-proofing the fence because last year in the end of the summer, deer decided that they could easily hop our 4-foot fence, which is not that unusual. So what we did for that was actually installing another fence around our current fence for the garden. We got some 10-foot T-posts and we attached, I think it's 7-foot deer netting, but we attached it to the top of them. So they should be 8 foot tall, which apparently is the minimum that height that you need to have, that a deer won't try to enter your property. So we'll see, maybe they'll still try to jump it, who knows. We also attached these streamers to them just because the netting is kind of hard to see and we don't want any birds to get caught in the netting. They kind of do make a rustling noise, which we're not the biggest fan of, but it's better than accidentally harming a bird. Another thing we did this year was install some soaker hoses in our beds. We tried a different form of drip irrigation last year, but because our garden's on the hill, the pressure really wasn't allowing all of the beds to be distributed equally. So we have 9 raised beds in total. You can see them all there. And we got metal ones just because in the Pacific Northwest, it's very damp and wet here and wood tends to rot a lot faster. We also always plant a mix of starts and seeds. I don't do any seed starting myself. I'd like to get there eventually. It's just not something I have time for in my life right now. But for all of our starts, we like to go to a local nursery to try to support them. They have some really cool tomato varieties. So I'll take you through each bed now. Starting here, we have all of our cherry tomato plants. We have 3 different sun gold tomato plants. We just plant those because we love them the most and they're harder to find at the grocery store at a good price. In this bed here, we have all of our heirloom tomatoes. So I'd like to do different varieties. We have a purple one. This one is red and this one is sort of yellow. It's a German striped. Moving on this way, we planted 2 hard squashes. We have a spaghetti squash here, and then this is a butternut squash. We've had some colder weather than we anticipated, so the leaves aren't looking too great, but These smaller ones are supposed to die off and the weather is supposed to warm up this week, so I think they'll be okay. One of my goals this year was also to plant more flowers in the garden beds themselves. So I planted some sunflower seeds in the corner, which you can see sort of popping up throughout the bed. In the bed just below it, we have some bush beans, which are right here. And then these are our snap peas. I'm going to be doing a sort of string trellis with these. In this back bed here, we're trying to grow pumpkins for the first time. I know these get huge, and Dylan wanted to try to grow some jack-o'-lanterns, so we'll see how that does. I also have some chamomile that seems to die every winter and somehow magically come back, so that's good. And then in this bed here we have our melons, but honestly they're not looking too great. Our watermelon is still barely hanging on. The cantaloupe, not so much. We're gonna have to replace that one. I think the weather was too cold. Also, we just weeded these beds and the grass keeps popping up, so I'm gonna pull that. And then for our last row of beds, in this one we have some tomatillos, some pole beans, which we grow up this arch that continues down. And then in this bed here I just have some zinnias. My friend actually gave me some seeds, and I had some extra yellow onions, so I just planted those around the border. I'm excited to see these zinnias start to sprout. I'm actually gonna pinch these tomatillo flowers while I'm here, because I want the plant to grow a little more before it starts making fruit. Pole beans on both sides of our arch. We also have another arch right there. And then in this bed, we just have our old strawberry plants. Last year, the birds ate every single one of them. So I used some of the extra deer netting that we used around our fence to sort of make an arch situation with some PVC pipe. So maybe we'll get to enjoy more this year. And then finally over here, we have our last little batch of pole beans, an onion border, and we planted some carrot seeds, which are just starting to sprout up, which you can see. All the T-posts, by the way, are just because our drip irrigation was not laying flat, but I can probably remove those now. And then we had a little bit of extra drip, so we did some extra plants. There's an eggplant and then some Thai chili peppers. I glazed over it earlier, but we have another eggplant right there. Never ends. We have more weeding to do. These ferns pop up like crazy even through the cardboard, and then we have some mulch to spread out. But we'll get to that eventually. So that's it for the garden right now. I've been posting more updates on my Instagram and also my TikTok. So if you want sort of like weekly updates or more garden updates, follow me there because I've been posting on there more frequently. Looks like it's gonna rain. So I'll quickly show you the orchard. This was a lot of work, mostly just prepping the land. We actually rented an excavator because we have a ton of invasive weeds. They're called Scotch broom or witch's broom, I think. They're really hard to dig out. So we had to pull all of those out, sort of remove the grass, and then plant our trees. I think we planted like 10 or 12 trees this year. Also, trees needs a ton of space. This whole area is like 60 by 65 feet. I'll go in though, so you don't have to see through all this netting. Planted 2 cherry trees. These are actually grafted trees, so they both have Bing and Rainier varieties on them, which is really cool. We have a pear tree, a fig tree, and a persimmon tree. Another persimmon, another fig, and then unfortunately an animal crawled under this other pear tree and ate the root ball and it died. You do need 2 pear trees in order to make fruit, but it was too late in the season for us to replace it, so I think we'll probably plant another one in the fall. If someone in the neighborhood has another pear tree, we might get fruit this year. We'll see. Here we have our 2 apple trees. One is Honeycrisp, and I think one's like a golden delicious variety. We also have a plum tree. You only need 1 of those to get fruit. And then over here we have a peach tree. And then last but not least, we actually do need to add a trellis for this. We have a little kiwi vine. So it's a hardy kiwi. These aren't the full fuzzy kiwis you see at the store, but maybe you've seen like kiwi berries. These sort of grow out and produce the fruit, and you only need 1 of them as well. It's supposed to do really well in our climate. And then last but certainly not least, we did plant some clover in this area. Some of the grass is already growing back, but our clover is taking seed and sprouting as well. I planted a mix of white clover and wildflower seeds, so hopefully we don't have to like really maintain this area and mow it. I have so much more appreciation for landscapers after doing these projects. Dylan was out of town and I had to lay the clover seed by myself, and the ground was really hard and dry. It took the entire day to work the ground, pull out extra weeds, lay the seed, and then watering it has kind of been a pain in the butt. I'm excited for it to be established, but it's definitely been a long journey to get here. So we're really going to appreciate all our fruit. Also, all of the trees are, I think, at least 4 or 5 years old. We paid a little bit more money for older ones, so we should be able to get fruit this fall, which is really exciting. You can see up here just beyond the plants with the yellow, that's that stupid Scotch broom. That section is going to be another removal project for another year. Ferns are also already growing like crazy just outside of this fenced in area. Here's what the bed sheets look like on the bed. I love this purple color. It's so pretty. And then here is more of a close-up of the sheets. The purple colors aren't picking up as much on camera, but I just think it coordinates so well. It's Dave approved too. Random fact about me, I've actually never been to a baseball game in my life until today. We're going to a Portland Pickles game with some friends this evening. They're not even like a minor league. They're like, I don't even know, guys. I don't know baseball. They're like a wooden bat team. I have these pickle boxer shorts. They're actually Dylan's from high school, but I wear them as like pajama shorts. They're these little pickles. And it says tickle my pickle, which might not be appropriate. Boxer shorts are like kind of in right now, so I kind of want to wear them to the game just because I think it would be cool to wear pickles to the Pickles game. Also, side note, but their mascot is a pickle whose name is Dylan. It's just spelled differently. I just think that's kind of funny. So we're gonna try to put an outfit together with these. I think it's gonna be warm enough. It's like 70 right now. It's gonna be 60 when the game ends, so I'll probably be cold, but like I need to do it for the pickles, right? Okay. This is not my best look, but this is what I'm coming up with due to the time constraints. Not gonna be for everyone, but I think it's funny. I tried a white shirt first and it just looked like way too much white. So we're going for fun, okay? We got our pickle pants. I thought the shirt was appropriate. Perfect for dill pickles, you know? I added a little necklace and then I wanna wear sneakers. I have some sneakers with like some ruffle socks, and I feel like usually people wear more oversized shirts with the boxers or like a sweater. It's gonna be cold. This is Dylan's grandpa's jacket, but I feel like it'll be nice and cozy and kind of like makes it look more casual. I can hide my pickle shorts because we have to do something in public first if I want to, and then the shoes also have some tan in them, so I feel like it's kind of like sandwiching a bit. And I think I'm going to be bringing a tote bag with me just because I'm gonna bring a blanket in case I get cold while we're sitting there and want to cover up my legs. We are at one of our favorite restaurants in Portland. It's Nora. It's a vegan Thai fusion place, and we're gonna grab a quick dinner before we go to the game. Dylan ordered our apps. This is the Nora roll. Okay, and these are the pad thai nachos. We also each got a mango margarita. This is our absolute favorite dish. We eat it every time we come here. It's the volcano noodles. There's some noodles under here with a mushroom broth. It's so delicious. And then this is a really crispy mushroom green onion tempura. And today we added some fried tofu as well. We also got the drunken noodles. These are also really, really delicious. And I love the crispy Thai basil on top. Future Caitlin here. I'm home from the game. It was a lot of fun, and I also really enjoyed eating a pickle on a stick. I had a great time catching up with all my friends, but now we're about to head to bed. We've got Maya. Dave just hopped up. And Lily is here too, everyone. Highly enjoying the Brooklinen sheets. So thanks again to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to click the link in the description for 15% off. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're also taking care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Bye.